Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakal Kadash, double honors to the apostles and others at Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Honors and salutations to all Seakim throughout the four corners of the earth, laboring in honesty, sincerity, charity, and sound doctrine. And to the Akwatim and the children that believe on the true names of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, He exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, He is the deliverer. My name is Ma'aka Allah Bun Gad Bun Yasha Allah. I'm with the Watchman Philadelphia camp. Alright? And basically, I was at work the other day and I saw that symbol of justice, man, which is a freaking woman. And I was interested. I'm like, damn, let me look this up, man. Spirit was like, look that up, man. And it's just some interesting facts in here, so I'll look up a few of them. But you could always do it yourself. It says the symbol of justice, all right? And I basically Googled, I asked Google, what is the symbol of justice in America? And it's a few few things on here that's interesting to me. So let's jump right into it. It says the symbol of justice. What up, Salaki? Let me get this. I'm about to cut my Wi-Fi back on. This acting stupid. Alright, just bear with me, Akim. Coming up. It was loading a little bit slow. But it's some interesting facts here, and it goes back to you know, like just furthermore proving that America is full of shit. And the Roman the Roman Empire reincarnated. But let me see here. Salaki. All right. Salaki. I had to pause it for 1 second. But this is it says the symbol of America says Justitia. Justia. Justitia, which is came about in 1 AD, which is a Roman goddess of justice, and was often portrayed as evenly balancing both scales, and a sword and often wearing Salakia, portrayed as evenly balancing both scales and a sword, and often wearing a blindfold. Sometimes she is portrayed holding in one hand the fascius, a symbol of judicial authority, and a flame, a torch, and the other symbolizing truth. So, this deity, which is a Roman goddess, all right, which is supposed to symbolize justice, which is a woman, right? But it's a Roman goddess that came about in 1 AD, okay? So let's go to Exodus real quick, chapter 20 and 3. Because Esau, man, they's a bunch of idol worshiping motherfuckers, man. And our people, what they do, they follow right after Esau, you know? Alright, it says, this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. It says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So, all right, so that's plain and simple. So that right there is a goddess. So that falls in the same category. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me, right? And what our people like to do is Esau has his system set up, you know? And our people like to follow after Esau's system, thinking that they're going to get some justice out of that shit, you know? Bottom line, you're supposed to if you're a man of the Lord, you're going to follow the rules that you're supposed to follow. You know, you ain't going to go out here doing nothing to get yourself jammed up where you have to go through Esau's system, man. You know? And yo, all of Esau's, everything that Esau parents is goddesses and gods. You know, which is only one power. That's Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Yahweh being the father, Yahushua being the son, man. You know? But then they set those things up. All right? They jam you up, man. But let's go. I'm gonna go up on this. I hope this makes sense. Artist says the blindfold. Now, this deity that represents justice in America wears a blindfold, okay? It says the blindfold represents impartiality, the ideal that justice should be applied without regard to wealth, power, or other status. The earliest Roman coins depicted Justitia with the sword in one hand and the scale in the other, but with her eyes uncovered. So that means, if that's the case, that means she was seeing everything. All right. But so now it talks about she had the scale on one hand was supposed to be balanced, but the woman is the weaker vessel. You know. In the book of Job, it tells you that he imparted wisdom from the woman, man. You know, but Esau, he's going around pattering. I'm a little tongue tied, but pattering his judicial system after a woman, man. So you know, a woman is unstable, man. And you got a blindfold, which represents. Let's read that again. It says the blindfold represents impartiality, the ideal that justice should be applied without regard to wealth, power, or other status, which we know is some fucking bullshit. Because when you go to court, if you don't got that money, they're going to throw you a public defender or whatever, and they're going to throw your ass under the bus. Why? Because they work for that system, and it's all about money, man. Okay. So that's how you know Esau's a fucking devil, man. You know? Matter of fact, let's look at this real quick. This is Baruch chapter 3, verse 17. Now that we're talking about that. Alright, 3 verse 17, it says, they that had their pastime with the fowls of the air, and they that hoard up silver and gold wherein men trust and make no end of their getting, man. So yeah. So you got this the court systems is designed, right? And Esau's behind all that. So what do they have? You have the judge, right? His daughter might be the stenographer. His cousin is the goddamn the sheriff. You know, they got family that's in the prison system. They got family that's police officers. They got family that's lawyers. You know, so what's that? They hoarding up all the gold and silver, man. That's money. But nowadays it's not backed by gold and silver anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? So Esau is they on some bullshit. You know, but they trying to keep all the money to themselves. So check it out. This is Baruch chapter 3, verse 17 again. It says, they that had their pastime with the fowls of the air, and they that hoard up silver and gold wherein men trust. So what? Men trust in that money. So they like, yo, I got this money. I can afford this lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to beat this case. Let me take my money to this good ass lawyer and I'm good. No, dog. I mean, you know, depending on how it's all about Yahweh Shem Shah, but it's all a way to keep the money to themselves, man. You know? It says, they that had their pastime with the fowls of the air, and they that hoard up silver and gold wherein men trust, and made no end of their getting. So they make no end of their getting because you got to pay court costs and fees. Basically, you paying to be locked up. The cops is getting paid to lock you up. You know, so it's no end of their getting, man. It's no end of their getting, and that's why these damn bastards want to do that, man. You know. But let's read some more of this, cause I found this interesting, because Esau is a damn devil, man. And they sit there and tell you that with liberty and justice for all right. It says, what is the symbol of justice? All right, we just read it, but I'm gonna read it again. It says, Justitius 1 AD is the Roman goddess of justice, and was often portrayed as evenly balancing both scales and sword, and often wearing a blindfold. Sometimes she is portrayed holding She is portrayed holding in one hand the fasces, a symbol of judicial authority, and a flame or torch in the other symbolizing truth. All right. Esau's a fucking bastard, man. It says symbolizing truth. So watch this, man. This was Yahweh Shai talking to Israelites, but I'm going to bring this scripture out because of the simple fact that it's talking about that it exposes Esau as being the father of lies, man. You know? All right, this is John chapter 8 and verse 44. It says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. All right. It says, he was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. So see that? Now that part is Esau. There's no truth in Esau, man. But yet they sit there and say that. Let's read that again, man. But yo, this scripture right here is Yahweh Shai was talking to the wicked ass Israelites, man. But I brought this out because it exposes Esau for being a liar that he is. It says it says a symbol of judicial authority, and a flame or torch in the other symbolizing truth. So this thing is supposed to symbolize truth, man. All right, which is no goddamn truth in Esau. All right, there's no truth in Esau at all. So let's read that again. It says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So, yo, that's Yahweh Shai telling you that Esau is a liar, man, from the beginning, man. You know? He said he was a liar from the beginning, man. He's the father of it, man. But, you know, you got our people that still want to believe in this so-called white man system, which you have you had today. Salaki. You had today was what, election day. All right, which that's a whole nother topic. But you're not even supposed to vote another man over you, man. You know. You Israelites, I'm talking about. Fuck Esau. I'm talking to Yasser Allah, Israel. You Israelites. But it says, What do the symbols of Lady Justice mean? So we're going to look that up. It says Lady Justice, also commonly known as Justicia, has important symbolic significance. Justicia has been commonly associated with jurisprudence. She is comprised of microelements. For instance, the icon is usually depicted with the blindfold, scales, or swords, etc. Okay. It says why goddess of justice is blindfolded. So we're gonna read that again. All right. It says since the 15th century, Lady Justice has often been depicted wearing a blindfold. The blindfold represents objectivity, objectivity, in that justice is or should be meted, or objectively without fear or favor, regardless of money, wealth, fame, power, or identity, blind justice, and impartiality. So basically, that just goes for you niggas, man. All right? That goes for you niggas, because like, look, you got Bill Cosby. All right? What happened to him? Suge Knight and dudes like that thought that they was going to win that Esau's game, thought that Esau was their buddy. And that's why Esau makes these rules, because he holds himself exempt from this shit. He like, yo, man, we going to do what we want. Why? Because the earth is given to him right now. It's his time to rule, you know? But these are just some interesting points that I wanted to bring out, because I'm like, damn, man, like, what the fuck? All right, here we go. It says, what does the justice scale represent? It says the scales represent the weighing of evidence and are balanced to portray that the evidence should be stand on its own. When with the Lady of Justice, the blindfold represents objectivity, and the sword she holds represents punishment. So, yo, you get dudes, man. You get dudes that get punished unjustly. But at the end of the day, that's all according to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. All right? At the end of the day, it's all according to the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah, because he controls all things. And Esau is what? That's his sword, man. Because what? Esau's blessing was what? The sword. So why do you think he puts that in Lady Justice's hand, man? So check it out. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 40. It says, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck, man. So yeah, basically the point right there, what I wanted was, by the sword shall he live, man. So that's what he do. He be punishing, you know, that's why he got his little judicial system and all that. The police, the gun, all these different type of swords, man. But that's his blessing, and he shows you that. So if you don't know that Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of, then I don't know what planet that you're living on, man. You know? And then this how you know he's a liar, because they tamper with evidence, man. They throw evidence out, and it goes back to him being a liar, the father of lies, man. You know? Let's read this again. It says the scales represent the weighing of evidence and are balanced to portray that the evidence should be stand on its own. So the evidence should stand on its own. But what they do, you got a lot of dudes that was innocent in Esau's according to Esau's laws. Okay? According to Esau's laws, man. They were innocent, but guess what? They Esau felt some type of way because they was Jake and locked that ass up. Now check this out. It says, why is the symbol of justice a woman and not yeah? It says since the 16th century, the Lady Justice has been depicted wearing a blindfold. The blindfold represents impartiality, the ideal that justice should be applied without regard to wealth. All right, it really is not saying anything. It says, who is the Greek goddess of justice? It's going to say the same thing. All right, here we go. It says she was the virgin goddess of innocence. and purity, and is also associated with the Greek goddess of justice, Dike, daughter of Zeus. Yo, and that's funny because it says Dike. But if you look it up, it ain't like, they use that word now for a woman that likes women, you know. But you could do the research on that and you'll get something different. But it says, let's start that again. It says, who is the Greek goddess of justice? It says she was the virgin goddess of innocence and purity, and is always associated with the Greek goddess of justice, Dike, daughter of Zeus and Themis, and the personification of just judgment. She is not to be confused with Asteria, the goddess of the stars and the daughter of whatever. But anyway, they try to say that this bitch represents purity, man, and innocence. That's what a virgin is, man. Innocent, you know? Innocent, man. But this the reason why they matter of fact, man, it's just going through. But you can look this stuff up for yourself, man. I'm gonna hop into these scriptures because they do those things, man, to jam you up. And why? And it's given to them right now. So this is this is Genesis chapter 27, verse 41. That's the spirit. But it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob, man. So yeah, man, that's another reason why Esau makes up all these different crazy laws and these laws and all that, and the justice system is all geared towards Jake, so they can basically slay your ass and say that it's legal, man. Why? Because they hate you, you know. And you niggas about to start seeing that shit. Because look, look at Trump, what he doing right now, man. You know? Trump sending down what? 5,000 or 500,000 troops to the border. For who? Issachar? So things are really heating up right now, man. You know? This ain't no game. This ain't the time to be playing. And that's why I wanted to bring that article out about justice and all that. All right? Because it ain't no justice for Jake in this country or this queendom. And that's another reason why I wanted to bring it out, because they proud in everything after the woman, man. All right? So this is Ezekiel chapter 35. Salakia, man. Chapter 35, starting at verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. So yeah, y'all been killing us like you got these unarmed so-called these so-called unarmed black men being gunned down. You had our babies using for gator bait, y'all like, and also it's another thing that I looked up with the article. You got them stealing our children, taking their blood, grinding them up, and sending them to butchers, man, and selling them to these different fast food chains. So they turning you into cannibals. And why? Because of that perpetual hatred. And they drink the goddamn blood, man. Let's read that again. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5 says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and that in the time that their iniquity had an end, man. So, yo, that's what they doing right now. And they doing that for their Passover. That's the Amalekites. Which the Amalekites, Amalek, they financed the fucking slave trade. You know? It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shemi outside power, I will prepare thee unto blood. And that's what's going to happen to y'all. And that's coming real soon, man, to you fucking Edomites. It says, and blood shall pursue thee, see if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Because y'all like drinking blood, man. You know? Y'all love drinking blood. Y'all some fucking vampires, man. You know? Let's go to Proverbs, man. Cause like, yo, man, y'all Edomites, man. Yo, y'all have Salakia. Y'all have hell to pay, man. Hell to pay. And I don't even think like y'all dig how serious it is. The elite though. The elite of Yasser Allah does. This is Proverbs chapter 27 and 6. It says, faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Yeah, so the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Going back to that article with the judicial system saying that everything is fair. That's the kiss of an enemy, man. Like, nah, nigga, yo, everything gonna be sweet. You got the money? All right, yo, we gonna take this. We gonna handle this. Yo, I'm gonna have you home today. It's bullshit. Everything around that Esau runs is bullshit. And guess what? You got the matter of fact a deceitful kiss from Esau is what, man? This RFID microchip, because they gonna tell you, yo, get the chip. It's good for you. You know, you'll be able to go in buildings. You'll be able to do this. Just what they got, the 5G speed coming out and all that shit. But that's deceitfulness, man. Because why, if you get that chip, you're going to die, man. All right? You're going to fucking die, man. Now look, let's go to Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So look, man, you all them people down there in the caravan and all that, in the judicial system, and they saying that this judicial system is for everybody, but obviously people aren't getting justice. That's why you about to see a lot of uproars of the people, man. Even more so, you know, even more so now than before, man. You're gonna see that a lot more now than before, man. Why? Because we're living in the latter of the latter times. We at the end of this thing, man. The very end of this thing, man. You know? And Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai ain't playing. So I'm going to read that again. This is Proverbs chapter 29 and 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. So the people right now are mourning, man. All right? Ain't nobody happy. You got men getting slain and all that, and no justice is being done. But you know what? That's the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai setting these things up. You know? To get this shit popping, man. These race wars and everything, man. Because who the fuck is happy in America? Then you got your own people oppressing you, trying to be like Esau, man. You know, then want to go to their court systems and think that shit is going to work in their favor, man. It's all about the money with Esau, man. And they can tell you otherwise, but it's all about the money with Esau. All right, this is 2 Thessalonians. All right, chapter 2. I'm start at verse 3. Come. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that men of sin be revealed, and the son of perdition. So, yo, man, let no man deceive you. And what does Esau try to do? They try to deceive you with everything, man. And they still got a lot of people deceived with their damn judicial system, Justicia, which is a freaking woman. First of all, how the hell would you trust a system that has a symbol of a woman with a blindfold on? You gotta be bugged out your mind, man, to believe that system actually works for you, and you're not a part of that system. You gotta be some type of retarded, man. All right, fellas, let's get it again. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means. Let no man deceive you by any means. And that goes for this RFID microchip that they about to make mandatory. And right now they trying to deceive people because they got these dumbass rap niggas getting it. You know? And then what? Since the rappers get it, since y'all niggas like fashion and everything like that, oh, he got it, I gotta get it. Now you've been deceived by another man. Why? Because you don't sit down and take the time to read the scriptures or comb through them or understand them, let alone. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall come, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So who's that? Talking about you fucking Edomites, Esau. It says who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High, man. So yo, Esau, man, they done, yo, man, they fucked up. Basically, that's how you can put. They fucked up, and guess what? Y'all Bashim Ashar gonna fuck them up. Because they're saying that they're Yahweh Shah, man. They saying that they're Yahweh. You know, basically they're saying that they're Yahweh, man. That's why they want to give you this RFID microchip, and you got, you know, all these their laws and justice system and all that, the way they run it, you know. But guess what, man? Esau, you're going down. Your time is up, man. This is the last scripture. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 12. It says, for I know your manifold transgressions and your mighty sins. They afflict the just. They take a bribe, and they turn aside the poor and the gate from their right, man. So that's what Esau does, man. Let's read it again. It says, for I know your manifold transgressions. Transgressions, that's your sins, man. Going against Yahweh Shema Shah. And your mighty sins. They afflict the just. So who's the just talking about? It's talking about you Israelites, man. All right. It says, they take a bribe and turn aside the poor and the gate from their right, man. So they turn aside the poor and the gate from their right. And yo, if you go to court and all that shit, you got enough money, man. Guess what? You can pay off a judge, man. You can pay off a lawyer. But guess what? All of them motherfuckers is in cahoots, man. So who's the justice system really for, man? It's all about mammon, that money, man. You know? With that, man, I hope that this lesson was edifying. I hope it made sense. I hope I wasn't rambling, you know? And yo, this justice system ain't for you Israelites, man. First and foremost, because America is a punishment to you. So why would the goddamn justice system be for you? And no, you could look up, you could do the further research yourself, the further dig into this justice system, you know. But it's not for Israel, man. And with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. To the next lesson, I'm gonna say, Shalom, Yasharala, death to America.